Hello, my name's Ethan, and these are test question or quiz question revisions for the initials CC. Without further ado, let's get started. This is question 2 and 26.4, 26.5. And so we've got this equation, we want to factor it. So let's draw our brackets here. So two variables that have to multiply together to get y squared. That's going to be y and y. And so what we have to do is we need, use pink. We need two numbers that multiply to make 81, 1 over 81, excuse me, and that add together to make negative 2 over 9. So let's make a little table here. So we've got, well, when looking at our answers, we know the answer has to be a square because that is what many of our choices are. You know, it's factorable because, well, what I can do is I can say that 1 over 9 times 1 over 9 is equal to 1 over 81, excuse me, but they don't add to make negative 9 over 2. They add to make positive 9 over 2. But what's cool is we can just say both of these are negative. They both multiply to make 1 over 81. And now they both add to make negative 2 over 9. So we can just use that as our answer. So that's negative 1 over 9, negative 1 over 9. And we can simplify this expression to be y minus 1 over 9 squared, which is going to be this answer here. Excuse me. Perfect. Next one, question 3 and 26.4, 26.5. We've got to factor this thing here. So what I like to do is whenever I see I like having the biggest degree term, in this case, this x squared at the front. So to do that, we have to divide or pull out a negative 1 from everything. That's going to become x squared minus 7x minus 18. We've got to find, we can set up our brackets here. We know the first has to be x times x to get x squared. And we're looking for two numbers that multiply to make negative 18 that add together to make negative 7. So that's going to be, well, our the choices that pop out to me first are negative 2 and 9, 2, negative 9. We can see that with this choice right here, they both add and multiply to make negative 18, and when we add them together, we get negative 7. So those got to be our answers. That's going to be plus 2 minus 9. Perfect. And looking at the answers here, our answer doesn't really look like any of them because it's got the negative sign out front. So what we can do is we can bring it into the function here. And what it's looking like is we probably shouldn't bring the negative 1 into the x plus 2 because, well, first of all, we've got x plus 2. So in these first two answers, so if we brought the negative 1 in, that would mess it up. So it wouldn't look like any of these. But if we brought the negative 1 in, we get negative x minus 2. And that doesn't look like here because there's no minus on the x here. So let's bring in the minus on the x minus 9 there. And if we do, we're going to get negative x plus 9, which is this answer right here. Okay, so this is question 2 of 26.6, 26.7. And so first thing I like to do is let's just substitute in z and x for other variables so that we can decrease their powers so it looks more like something we're used to working with. So in this case, let's say that a is equal to z cubed and b is equal to x cubed. So then what happens is this, excuse me, this equation becomes a to the power of 3, or no, sorry, a squared, excuse me, minus 64. 64, that is going to be b squared. Awesome. This is a difference of squares, so we can know how to factor that because we have to put a and a here to make a that a squared. And then it's got to be plus and minus, minus and plus, the same thing. And in this case, it's going to be 8b, 8b, because that is what multiplies to get negative 64. And when they multiply, when we do our a times 8b and our negative 8b times a, they cancel out. Perfect. Then what we can do is we can substitute in our z and x back into the equation. So we're going to get 3 minus 8x third by sorry, I'm having a moment. There we go. Plus 8. 8. Golly, give me a second. 8x third. There we go. And now, while it may look like we're almost done, or while it may look like we're done, there's still one more step we can do. If you remember the formulas for factoring out a difference of cubes, I'll write them out here. So that's going to be so if we've got like an a cubed minus b cubed, that's going to be our a minus b times our a squared plus ab plus b squared. And if it's a plus b cubed, that's going to be a plus b, a plus b, and then that's going to be a squared minus ab plus b squared. Awesome. So in this case, let's figure out what our a and b are. So looks like there's two differences of squares or difference of cubes. So let's do this first one in green. Maybe I'll do it over here in the space, just if we run out of room. So we've got, so in this case, our a is going to be equal to our z, and our b is going to be equal to our 2x. Because remember, if we cube the 2, we get that 8. So this is, in a sense, we're saying that this is, we're cubing the entire thing there. Perfect. So then that makes this first part of the equation, and since it's minus, it's going to be z minus 2x times a squared is z squared plus the 2 multiplied together, so that's going to be 2xz plus 4 x squared. And then let's do this one in pink here. So we're multiplying these together. So I'm just doing this on the next row because I'm running out of space. We're multiplying these together. So this is going to be z plus, again, or a is equal to z, b is equal to 2x, z plus 2x times z cubed minus 2xz plus, that is plus 4x squared. And if we look at our answers here, we've got this one looks pretty similar to what we've written here. There you go. We'll zoom out a little bit just so you can get a full picture. And awesome. I will erase this just so you can see the answer. There we go. All right, let's move on to question 3 of 27.1, 27.2, and that is add or subtract and simplify if the denominator has 2 or more factors other than monomials, leave it in factored form. Express the answer using the denominator of the first fraction when applicable. So something I see between these denominators is this denominator right here is this denominator if we multiplied it by -1. So let's pull a -1 out of that denominator in the second one there. So this first one doesn't change, x minus 2. But this then becomes minus 8 x minus 2. So then if we rewrite this under one denominator, we get this, x minus 2. Perfect. And again, we can see that there's a bit of a factoring of cubes here on this in the numerator here. So we can do that. So if our a in this case, I'll do it in a different color just so we are all on one track. Our a is going to be equal to our x. Oh, geez. X, and our b is going to be equal to, oh, come on. B is going to be equal to 2. Great. So then we have the new equation, x minus 2 times x squared. I believe, let's just double check. Yeah, plus 2x plus 4, all that over x minus 2. And it looks like what I see is that these cancel out and these cancel out. So those two cancel each other out. And what we're left with is x squared plus 2x plus 4, which is going to be this answer right here.